On your Thursday morning answer, Brian Whitman, Jennifer Horn, and lo and behold,
hold on.
wandering the halls of the old Radio Ranch.
May I say, this gentleman had an appointment here at the radio broadcast compound, and the congressional contender arrived a little bit early. Eric of the 28th Congressional District. Eric Early, how are you, buddy?
Hey, guys, it's great to see you today.
And I want to say congratulations to you, not because...
I do too.
Because here's the thing. It was not the outcome that we wanted in this election. You were this close to being my congressman, and I would have loved that because both Brian, the two of us live in Adam Schiff's district. You ran against him. And I just want to congratulate you and say thank you because what you did was started a movement in this community. You did better than any candidate in my memory. You had signs everywhere. You had enthusiasm. You had excitement. People were talking about you. You forced Adam Schiff into spending some money and not taking for granted the fact that he would just get to ride through another term in Congress. And for that, I want to say thank you. And I think there is some funny business going on in this city. That's a conversation we can have. But I just want to say thank you, first of all, for making the commitment to my congressional district because I appreciate it.
Well, Jen, thank you so much. And really, so much of my thanks and our thanks go out to, we had so many incredible volunteers.
Yeah.
So many people were, energized by this great campaign. We had knocked on thousands of doors, tens of thousands of phone calls, met so many great people. As you said, there were signs all over the place. Mm-hmm. I mean, the energy for our campaign was incredible compared to this opponent I was running against, who nobody cared about him, frankly. We met with, we talked with. It was an amazing campaign, and so many of those folks want us to keep going. So, so we have a lot. We're thinking about all kinds of things. Yeah.
Eric Early, your words are reminding me sometimes of others who don't have the outcome. As you're such a gentleman, as you say that, but the cause endures. I mean, the cause does not go away, and messengers are important. And you have stepped up here to become a significant messenger, a significant leader for a lot of people in Hollywood, locking out of Flint Ridge, right here in Glendale. A, what are your plans for the future? And B, in the immediate moment here, a week after the election, on the night of the election, because I know you're a great guy, to stand with those who have volunteered and, as you said so beautifully, believe so much. The cause continues, but in that moment, that's got to be hard to see them because you'll probably feel worse for their heart than your own sometimes.
Well, Brian, that's a really interesting point you raise. You want to do good for everybody that provided their support, their time, and their energy. And this hasn't ended, however. I think it's very unfortunate that Schiff, who I think is just a flat-out liar, I know he's a flat-out liar, he doesn't care about our district, and he's back in Washington. And it's people like that, these professional politicians in this day and age, where we're literally fighting a battle of good versus evil in America, the Adam Schiffs of the world should not be in government. So from that standpoint, our fight continues. As far as what I'm going to be doing going forward, I'll tell you something. I like being in the arena. I like campaigning. We're looking at all kinds of things, and we're also considering doing a recount. Not so much because it would switch the election results, but because of all of the strange and crazy things that are going on now with elections, universal mail-in balloting, I think we need to do an autopsy to see how the heck we ended up here, because I have serious questions about the vote count, as does everybody.
Yes.
And I've been watching these results. I'm still watching Mike Garcia's results or watching Young Kim's race, but
watching presidential results still coming in.
Yes, that's right. But it struck me in L.A. County because that's what I was looking at. And I looked at Joe Collins running against Maxine Waters. I looked at James Bradley running against Ted Lieu. I looked at Mark Reed running against Brad Sherman. And, of course, you running against Adam Schiff, Antonio Delgado. All of these races were about a 70-30 margin.
Yeah.
And I thought, what are the chances of this? You have... And quite frankly, you were such a strong candidate, and you did such a great job, and you were consistent, and you were there, and you had the presence. It shocks me that it was a 70-30 margin and that it was the same in every district in Los Angeles. That doesn't make any sense. It seemed very homogenized, and that's why I question it, Eric.
Jen, you're preaching to the choir. It does. There's something that stinks.
Like the numbers, just no variation.
And because it stinks so badly, I just can't let it go.
Right.
We need to do. I'm calling it an autopsy.
I
right
like
now.
that term, by
Right.
the way. Something happens under suspicion, and the autopsy confirms what happened. It's an exploratory, fact-finding mission.
Yeah, I've just heard from Jen this morning about this Venezuelan company that has the software program.
Yeah, the
with
LA County vote system.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. This universal mail-in, we have no idea who was actually signing these ballots that were being submitted. There's a lot to look at, so it's incredibly troubling. And we're talking to people, and one thing, of course, you always run the risk. Oh, sore loser. So, listen, I'm not a sore loser. I loved every single minute of this. I got a blessed life, a wonderful life.
You've got a brand new wife, by the way.
Yes, I do.
Are you
She's
married
amazing.
yet, or did you do it? Or is it coming up?
She's a wife in his heart. Don't you meddle in that.
I don't know
Well,
if you've
here
met
it is.
Emerald, but Eric has the loveliest fiance. She's
Yes.
fantastic.
Emerald's amazing. We actually got married officially during the campaign in a quick stop to the Justice of the Peace.
I love that.
That's so great.
Yeah,
That's
this weekend we're going to have more of a formal ceremony
Good.
up at a winery that a good friend of ours owns in the Los Olivos area, which is why I'm actually strolling the halls today because
By
I'm
the way, you look
pre-taping.
fantastic.
Yeah,
You look
you're
like-
redoing
you look- I mean, you're fantastic. You look great, man. You
your
really-
show. But Brian, Eric's show airs on the weekends here, so he's in
Right.
pre-taping, but that's okay because you're getting married, so it's fine. So
Can I get that
congratulations to you. But I do love that you're calling this an autopsy, Eric. I think Brian's right in pointing this out because what I think people don't realize about Republicans or President Trump right now, it's not that we would question the fact that it's possible for President Trump to lose the race or for you to lose. Look, it's an election. People can lose races. But
Someone
how
has
did-
to, and someone has to do the other
But
thing.
how did it happen?
Yeah.
Why did it happen? And where did it happen?
Yes.
And you have a political future in front of you. You have a career if you want it. The state needs you. The country needs someone who can fight like you. And so I'm telling you right now, Eric Early, you do that autopsy. I'm 100% behind you so we can get better.
Love you, Jen. Love you, Brian, too. Thanks for everything,
You're the
guys.
I love you
best.
too. Eric Early reminds me of
Congratulations.
wisdom from the late great Tip O'Neill. He said all politics is local. Eric Early's campaign for Congress was a local congressional district, and he stood in the spirit of all politics being local. We have not heard the last of that.
An inspiration to keep fighting. Make it a great Thursday.